You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
team, you guys are not audible for the remote attendees. Just wanted to let you know. It's silent on our end. Maybe it is expected, but just to let you know. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Mute yourself. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ghana ACAM Kickoff event. So we are officially launching the camp now. I would like to introduce two members of the Ghana Education to share their experiences so far. So first of all, I'll call Kudus. So Kudus, you've been in A2SV for the past 5 to 6 months. So how have you benefited from the program so far?
So joining A2SV so far has helped me improve on my problem-solving skills, and also it has really helped me by providing me with skills and soft skills for the future, and also providing like an intuitive environment so that I can learn and coordinate with other students.
Okay, thank you. We'll call Ekuya to tell us what she expects from this camp. So Ekuya, could you join us here on stage?
Yeah. Okay, so hello everyone. Okay, so my expectations for the camp, I know that we are in the project phase. I'm expecting that by the time the camp ends, I would have been involved in a lot of projects that I can boast about and then better myself with programming and software engineering as a whole. Thank you.
Yeah, let's give it up to you. So finally, we would call upon our head of education, Surah, to come and start the official introduction of this camp. Let's give it up to him, guys. Surah, you can take over. Surah, you can take over now.
Okay. Thank you, Evan. So I would like to welcome everyone to the G4.5 camp to Kickoff. And for those of you who are confused by the term 4.5, so usually we had a G4 student and now we have G5 students. But due to the way we started the education in Ghana, currently we are a little bit late from G4 education, so that's why we are using the term 4.5. And I think it perfectly describes our situation now. And hopefully by the end of this camp, we will be able to catch up with the G4 education. And that's the general plan. And yeah, so without further ado, I guess I would like to welcome our CEO and founder, Emre Warhol, for the opening speech.
Thank you very much, Surah. Team, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay, perfect. So, Surah, actually, you just let us know about the study of Ghana education, right? 4.5G. So, I remember 2G, I remember 3G, I remember 4G, I know 5G, but there was also 4.5G as well, guys. So, I don't know, I cannot tell you the real difference. Why 4.5G is 4.5G. But this has been the story of Ghana education as well. And since the beginning, what Ghana has taught us, what Ghana education has taught us, number one, there is potential in not just Ethiopia, in Africa. So what we have seen with every interaction with you guys, you are smart, you want to learn, you want to improve your skills, you want to make a meaningful contribution to global tech industry. And you have what it takes, like in terms of potential. So for that reason, at A2SV, since we see this potential, we want to bring you the guidance. We want to bring you the experience. We want to bring you the opportunities. The last time I was in Ghana, at A2SV, in terms of senior level contribution, I will be frank to you. I was there, and maybe the summation of other people who are involved at A2SV part-time. And now, when I look at our execution squad, Brian is full-time, our board president. Ezgi is full-time, our head of social media. Mr. Ali is full-time, our head of operations. Now when we have more professionals that are working with us part-time, Jordanos, one of our board members, Marlene, our HR advisor, Funda, our new product management advisor. So now there are more people who see the potential at A2SV and who want to do their best to make your now and future better team. Keep that in mind. All these people, they have left the other commitments they have, and they dedicated themselves to better you, to better Africa. And I am particularly happy to share this with you. We are not alone in this journey. There are many great people that are cheering for our success. So in terms of the opportunities we are going to get, in terms of the interviews we are going to have, in terms of the future generations we are going to train, all these things are great news. Now, let's come back to now. So team, things happened in a very special manner up to this point in Ghana. Different than we anticipated, but in a beautiful manner. So now, we have the opportunity of setting the bar of quality for A2SV expansions. Team, I want you to realize being a frontliner is not just about being somewhere in the first day. Because as time passes, organizations evolve and things become more specific. So you start opening new front lines, and people who find themselves in that front line for the first time, they become frontliners. You guys are valuable Ghanaian education squad members, Ghanaian A2SVians. You guys are the frontliners of in-person education expansion for A2SV. Believe it or not, but the performance you are going to set is going to put the bar for all the other African nations in terms of quality when A2SV education reaches to there. If you can show that Ghana education can do better than what Ethiopia education has done in the first year, because now we have more knowledge, because now we have access to more resources. Then, when A2SV expands to Nigeria, when A2SV expands to Algeria, Namibia, Egypt, Kenya, Tanzania, Congo, Ivory Coast, Mali, Senegal, then those people are also going to think of putting the bar higher, because they saw it that way. Hey, like the expansion brings more success. When A2SV hits to a place for the first time, you get better results because it's not just happening at that time. It's raising over the shoulders of all the experience and know-how we have accumulated throughout the previous education seasons. So team, you are 4.5G, you are already special, and what we want from you is finish this in style. Now we have a golden opportunity in Ghana. This has never happened in the history of A2SV. Having 2.5 months, almost 3 months of bandwidth together for the same purpose, pushing each other for better with the friendly competition. We have an opportunity to ace our problem-solving skills and initiate the development phase by going over the learning paths, which is going to open the doors of having meaningful project experience in your CVs. So this time, this is a very good time, team. If you remember, in our previous camp, I said, hey, team, we started late. This is not a good time for the opportunities, but time flies. Look where we are now. And this is a great time to start getting ready for a strong final team. After that, once we polish our CVs, once we do development in the development phase and add that to boost our profiles, we are going to be completely ready for the applications for the next hiring season. So the opportunity is there. We have seen the results many times. Like including FM, we have 57 offers from top tech companies. This is not one, this is not two. I would get bored if I start counting from 1 to 57, and these are people. These are companies, these are real opportunities. So see the potential in yourself that is being seen by senior executives of A2SV, that has been seen by Google, that has been seen by Bloomberg, that has been watched by almost 600,000 people on YouTube. If you check out the watch count for our annual video, guys, we are reaching new highest highs. Now more people, more organizations know about these beautiful efforts. And we all play our roles. We are all in the same ship. And now your role is to bring your best. Remove distractions. Put your focus to develop your skills that are highly needed and looked for in global tech environment. Be ready for the interviews first, and then we will also learn how to solve real problems, real world problems together. So far, you guys have done a good job, but now we need great job team. So we had schoolwork, we had this, that, so there were distractions. We had excuses. Starting today, no more excuses, guys. No more excuses. If you are with us, come here, bring your focus. Bring your best self, because that's how you are going to become your best version. It's not easy. It'll feel challenging from time to time, but eventually the results are going to be so beautiful. You are going to have access to so many different companies, so many different countries to go live, get experience, and eventually come back and give back more to Africa. So for all these things to happen, guys, it comes down to your performance in the next few months until the beginning of May or till the end of April. Don't worry, you guys are going to have a break there. But now, let's do our best. Let's ace algorithms, data structures, problem solving first with communication skills. And then give our focus to project development. And today is the start of the last push, the final push. So show us what you have. Thank you very much, team. If you have any questions or points, it would be my pleasure to answer. Thank you.
Okay, guys, do you have any questions for Emre? Okay. So I think we can continue with that case.
Thank you, Sura. And see you soon, team. Take care.
Okay. So now Emre has already told us like we have been doing a great job, but let's back it up, I guess, with the numbers. So let's see the team metrics we have so far in Ghana education. So the stats for Ghana pioneers look like this. So for the total number of problems, we have currently solved 8,388 problems. And that means an average of 380 problems. So that's a really good number. And the average consistency is currently at 62.6. I mean, this is relatively a low number, but yeah, by the end of this camp, I guess we'd be able to get it at least to 75%, and that would be the goal for the consistency. And the average attendance is 91.76. That's a good number again. And for the average time dedicated per person, that would be 5,271 minutes. That's also good. So yeah. So this is what the stats looks like currently. Now let's go for the camp activities. So for the camp activities, as usual, we are going to have lectures, pair programming sessions, moonwalks, contest and contest analysis, and learning how to approach sessions where we see an experienced problem solver how to approach any problem. And the other one is social activities. So we have been doing those activities, and we will continue doing those during the camp. Now, the new activities we are going to introduce would be communication sessions. So for the communication sessions, like the main goal would be to improve our ability to express algorithms, to improve our ability to express algorithms, and that would be the main goal for the communication sessions. The next one would be student mock interviews. So we have already gotten at least one mock interview so far, and like you have seen what the interview environment look like. But now during those sessions, you will be able to see like what the interview environment looks like as an interviewer, and like it's a great opportunity to see how other people approach problem. And finally, we are going to have team contests. So for the team contests, like, does anyone have any idea what it might look like?
Maybe
Hack. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for the team contests, I think we have already divided the team into 6 groups. Like if you remember, for the mentor groups, right? So we will be using those groups to conduct contests, and in these contests, you will be allowed to use only one computer to solve the problem, but you can work on the problems together as a team, and that would be the format for the team contests, and we'll be having those like in the coming 2 weeks. Okay, so what are the milestones and expectations during this camp? So during the camp, like we are planning to cover 8 topics. We are going to start the camp with greedy and bitwise operations. Then we are going to cover trace and unifying data structures. Then we are going to see a new programming paradigm, that's dynamic programming. And after that, we are going to see numerics, and we are going to end the camp with string algorithms, and that would be it for our main topics. And what are the numbers we expect out of this camp? So by the end of this camp, we want the average problem to be solved by person to be at least 210 problems. And like when you hear the number, I guess it might sound a little bit exaggerated, but if you are able to solve, I guess, 30 problems per week, like that's not big, right? So if you are able to just solve 30 problems per week, by the end of the 7th week, we'll be able to get to this number, and that's what we are going to do. So as for the contest conversion rate, currently it's at 41%, and it's a good number. So the average contest conversion rate is a number we use to describe the average number of problems you solve during a contest. And now it's currently at 41%, and by the end of this camp, we expect that number to be 60%. And if you just improve yourself like by 5%, like every 2 weeks, like it's easy to reach to this number. And you can also continue improving your problem solving skills, like even after the camp, and by the end, you'd be a great problem solver, and like that's the plan. Okay, so next, for the experience sharing, like I would like to welcome our deputy head of academy. Like he has been working with us for a very long time now, and he is one of our good problem solvers and communicators. Like I would like to welcome Brooke Mokonnen.
Thank you very much, team. Thank you, Sora. So greetings, team. My name is Brooke McConnell. I'm currently working as a deputy head of academy for immerse education at A2SV. And I've been part of A2SV for about 3 years now. Yes, so for the camp, I would say camp is the most interesting part of A2SV. It is where you'd actually notice some, let's say, some change, some significant amount of change in your performance. For example, for me, the first camp, like there was a lot of things that I didn't know. I have struggled with a lot of problems. And as a result, I kept trying to be a better problem solver, but I wasn't actually seeing the results. But I kept grinding. I kept grinding and grinding because that's the important part. You have to be consistent and disciplined if you want to see some results in your life. Like it could be at anything. Then and I have actually managed to solve lots of problems. I was one of the top problem solvers at that time. But on the second camp, there was a difference because we had a stack of other problem-solving algorithms, and it was a bit easier, but still the dedication, since we were still learning some new and advanced topic, the dedication was highly. And on the second camp as well, I've tried to be consistent. I have tried to be disciplined and do well on the problems. And to be honest, from like comparing the two camps, I've seen a lot of change on my problem-solving skills by the end of the second camp. And to be honest, it was the most satisfying thing to actually be really good in solving problems, to solve multiple problems on the contests, and to understand, even like when I start reading some problems, to understand the intention of the problem, what it's trying to ask, and how I should approach it. Like gaining such kind of, I felt like I've gained some sort of superpower. And I don't think that could happen without actually dedicating a lot of time for the camp. So, what are things that I have done well that actually helped me throughout my time here in A2SV and through my problem solving journey with A2SV? The first thing that I could mention here is focus. Especially on the second camp, I was highly focused because it happened during the summertime and I didn't have the normal education going on. And I dedicated a lot more time than I have done for anything. I was training on lead code and also dedicating some time on code forces as well. And I was really focused on the thing that I wanted to achieve. The other thing that I have done well, I consider that I have done well, is consistency. I tried to keep a consistency streak on lead code and also try to be fairly consistent on code forces as well. And the most important thing, I kept grinding. Let's say really quickly. So as a point to take, one thing I would like to recommend the team, even if you're not actually noticing the changes, they're happening. Trust the process, be disciplined, and keep doing what you're currently doing. And also there are things that I should have done better, that I could improve if I've been given a second chance to be part of a camp. One and most important thing that I have realized is communications. I had a chance to work on my communication during the camp time, but I'm not sure if I did well, if I have communicated well with my mates, with my heads, and generally improve my communication skills. I think I should have done a better job in that regard. The second point is asking for help. I should have asked for help much often than what I did. And while I have a lot of very great heads, great friends, great classmates to ask help from, I should have done that early, would have got to a better position really quick, and it would minimize my struggles. So these are the things that I would like to mention about the camp. And we have this very popular saying. We say camp is where magic happens. And magic don't happen by chance, let's say. Magic actually happens if you actually work for it. And the magic that you guys are looking for currently is to get a chance to nail the companies. And to make this dream come true, you need to put in the work. You need to be disciplined. You need to be consistent. That's to have a good problem-solving skill. That's a very good problem-solving skills. But if you don't have a good communication skills, it's like multiplying it by 0. But if you are really good in both fields, it's going to be really multiplied, and your chance of getting your dream job is going to improve. This is your last chance to see the best problem solver in you, and I would highly recommend all of you guys to use it wisely. And yeah, these are the points that I would like to mention about my camp experience. So if there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Biruk, I have one question. So, did you see people improving their ranking in the team? Somebody who starts the camp at the bottom, who lives at the top. Any examples of such improvement, such dramatic changes you have witnessed, either in yourself or your teammates in previous camps?
I have noticed such kind of changes during our generation. I have actually, like, I have seen a progress in me as well, but somebody that I remember that had made a dramatic change in his performance was Brooke Tadla. Like, during the first camp, we didn't even know about his name. Like, we didn't know how good a problem solver he is. But like, starting of the second camp, we've seen a dramatic change that we were doing. I know that we were spending the whole day for the camp, but he keeps going till midnight, even past midnight, almost every day. And that dedication and hard work have made the best problem solver in our generation, the best contest performer. So yes, I've seen a dramatic change in the performance of students during this camp. Any other question?
Yeah. Hello, Brooke. I'm Eben. So I would like to ask, you said, yeah. So you said your biggest mistake was that you didn't ask for enough help during the camp phase. So when do you ask for help while solving a problem? Should it be, let's say, 40 minutes after not being able to solve the problem, or some few days? When do you request for the help?
Well, for my case, I was actually asking for help in a few days, as you've said. But I think the most optimal way to ask for help is after trying to solve the problem, let's say for 20 or 30 minutes, then like taking a break, maybe having a walk and come back to it, and maybe dedicating another 20 minutes on it. And at that point, most probably you're not solving the problem because you're missing something. There's something that you don't know, that you have overlooked. So asking for help from your heads, but it's not actually asking for solution. Help should be progressive, let's say. You could maybe ask for a hint.
Okay.
Then, after processing that hint, if you're still not able to solve it, you can still ask for more hints, even for the explanation. But after that, after actually understanding what you are missing, you have to make sure to solve more problems on such topic, on topic that you have just learned, because it has to be part of your thinking process. And the best way to make it part of your thinking to actually experience it again and again, to practice more. So this is what I would recommend, Eben.
Yeah, thank you, Brooke.
You're very welcome. Any other question?
I think that's it, bro. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Surah. And team, have a good rest of the kickoff.
Okay, so Brooke has already mentioned the importance of being consistent and I guess asking for help when you are stuck on a problem. But I think you have been doing that, and like just keep doing that and you will be fine. So you already have mentors, so you can ask your mentors, like, so during the camp, like you can during the afternoon sessions, like you have access to your mentors and you can ask them like any questions you have. So that should help you, I guess. So Brooke has already mentioned like how to get the best out of the camp. But just to add a few things. So during the camp, we need to have full commitment to the sessions that we are currently conducting at A2SV. So we need your full focus here, and don't get distracted. And and you also have to have the never give up mentality, during solving problems, and while tackling new problems and new topics, you need to have that mentality. And the other one is the most important one, and that's you need to rest well and stay hydrated. So yeah, that would be it. But not just for this camp, even after the camp, you need to rest well and stay hydrated, and that should be okay. Now, what happens after the camp? So by the end of the camp, we'll be able to start the learning phase of the project phase, and that would be 2 weeks. So that would be a total of 9 weeks, and by the end, we can start working on the project phase after the break. So by the end of this camp, you will be able to finalize the learning phase, and after your break, you can start working on the project phase. And that would be it for the first year of education at UTCV. Actually, the only thing you are only left with would be the internal interviews and polishing your resumes, and you will get the opportunities to interview with our partner companies. Once you are done with the internal interviews and once you are ready for the application season. Okay. So now, if you have any questions, I guess you can ask now while waiting Alper for the conclusive remarks. So I'm not sure whether Alper is in the meeting. Whether Mr. Alper is in the meeting. So yeah.
Suda, I'm going to give him a call. I think we can continue with the Q&A, and he's going to join us in a few minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, so I will be randomly calling out names for the Q&A. So let's start with Boniface. Boniface, come to the stage.
Let's give it out to him.
Yeah. First of all, do you have any questions so far, about the camp? Okay, so in that case, I have a question for you. Yeah. So, how was your journey with us so far? Was it as you expected it? What was it?
It wasn't as I expected it, because first I thought it was going to be a normal bootcamp, but it became more than a normal bootcamp. We learned more than we were supposed to. But so far, it's been better than I expected.
Okay. That's great. Yeah. Okay. Okay. For the next person, you can. So,
let's give it out to me.
Michael.
I wanted to know more about the internal application and interviews. Can you elaborate more?
Yeah. Okay. So that's actually a good question. So it's about how the internal interview goes, right? So for the internal interviews, we have eligibility criteria. We are going to give you at the end of the camp, and once you fulfill those criteria, you are going to take a contest, or if it is necessary, and then you are going to take 2 interviews with us, and by the end, like if you are able to clear those interviews, then you would be eligible for most of the opportunities that we provide at A2SV. Yeah, that's it. But we are going to give you, when the time comes, I guess we are going to cover those. So,
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
thank you. Okay. Okay. So,
Hello, guys.
hello.
You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can hear.
Okay, great. Once again, hello, everyone in Ghana. I'm very proud to be speaking to you. Our first expansion beyond Ethiopia. Guys, you basically should know that you are very valuable. A2SV is a great opportunity that you can get a lot from. So this is the camping time, and because of your schedules in the school, this camping time will be very dense and very fruitful. While entering the camp, I would advise you a few things. First, you have to know that this is a great opportunity that A2SV is trying to bring to you. Why? Because normally the camps are shorter, and to accommodate you, A2SV is spending, I would say, a lot of money to make you a better version of yourselves. So be respectful to this opportunity. I know many of you are great programmers, great minds, and leaders of your country in the future. But to seize this opportunity, you should be punctual, you should be planned, and you should be hardworking. If you pay close attention to these things and take the responsibility upon you to get the things in the very best way that you can do, I am 100% sure that this camp will be very fruitful. During the camp, you are not going to have only lessons, but you are going to improve your social and soft skills as well. One of them is speaking English. It's very important because we are not just letting you get some computer experience or coding experience, but we are trying to make people out of you that can speak, that can travel all around the world, and that can represent their country without any problem. So basically, we are ready to offer you the best we can. Why I am just saying this? Because I want you to be open, to be hardworking, and try to get the most out of this camp. As Emre says always, camp is the place where the magic happens. So let's make this magic together. Good luck and have a good camp. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Akbar, for the encouraging words. And now for the quote of the day. So I think it's been mentioned twice by now. And for the quote of the day, it would be "Camp is where the magic happens," and it's by Imre. So yeah. So thanks everyone for joining the camp kickoff. And with this, we are going to conclude. So thank you.